So this is on the record. I'm thinking that I just called Exchange of America, and my whole account where I purchased a whole bunch of my stuff that I had delivered to the location.
Okay.
They have no records of me buying anything, even when I give them receipts, numbers. And then I think I found this the other day, and some of the stuff is definitely deleted out, but I still have some stuff because I keep having trouble where thousands of my emails will disappear, and then they take out other emails for crowd cover or whatever. But I still have some of my receipts, and I'm thinking that maybe I should actually, I should have called the police about the missing currency out of your location before, but
Right.
I didn't. At the time I gave it a benefit of the doubt for you guys, which you still have.
Well, yeah. Well, you don't have to do that. I mean, we have
No.
videos and stuff. So.
Well, I should have. I know, but I felt that it just got. The problem is now this whole thing has become such a big deal because everything is gone. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
So I think that the package that was gone from you was Zimbabwe, and it was a pretty good chunk. So, would it be okay if I called the police and made them come and make a report?
Sure.
Okay, I mean, you remember that I got a lot of packages, and all of that was pretty much all the packages I got were pretty much 100% currency. I didn't order anything from Amazon. I didn't order anything from anywhere else. So,
well, we did get paper towels once, so maybe you gave them to us.
Oh.
But that's besides the point.
Okay, thank you. But I mean,
nice of you to give it lasted us for a long time.
My point is that it wasn't too many things. Do you understand?
Right.
It was mostly just envelopes with currency.
Okay.
So, right. I mean, so I just was thinking that in small packages and stuff. So, and then I used your table in the middle of the night to sometimes go through my stuff and take things out of the envelopes and organize, which, I didn't do in front of, didn't do in front of
Right.
you guys.
Sure.
So, it was up for people to watch me, unfortunately. So, and
but no one would know your box number even if they broke in. They don't
Jeff,
know. What?
We're talking the highest level CIA.
Okay.
We're talking Blackwater, Black Rock. We're talking billions of dollars. We're not talking. And Jeff,
Right.
Jeff, I hate to. I'm going to clarify this to you, Jeff.
Yeah.
I know people who can pick a lock. You can pick a lock, walk around,
easily.
and then you can look and see my name. This is not. I mean, this is not some like. You can go onto my DMV records and see that I have an account there. You can go onto my bank records and see that you have an account there. On my Bank of America, somebody hacked in, changed my email, took out my W, put a period in there so that I don't notice when I'm at the machines. Then when I call, see, this goes on and on and on and on. Everybody thinks that they would, I just had a dumb conversation with Exchange of America. Well, we would know if we got hacked. No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. That's the point of it all.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's like everything being digital, somebody thinks they can take me away. That's why I just, put myself on a live video feed, which nobody is watching. But the thing is that at least I will have it on one of my backup accounts for, I'm tired of just somebody erasing me and leaving me to have nothing. My grandfather made it very clear that I was to never have a home, that I could only live in an apartment. He said that to me. It was the nastiest thing I've ever heard in the tone of his voice. And, I never asked him for anything. And he had given all of my cousins basically.
And he's on your mother's. He's on your
Yeah,
mother's side,
he
right?
gave
Yeah.
most of my cousins and some of my siblings. He paid off everybody's homes.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Then they tried to cover it up and not tell me because my mom didn't want my feelings hurt. And then I ended up finding out, and I asked if he would help me get a place, and he said, "No, you can never have a place to live. You can only live in an apartment." And
Wow.
yeah, and they have taken down. I had a clothing company, and I made hundreds of stuff, and I had distributor agreements with other clothing lines, and had hired somebody from the Philippines, and I had hundreds of products put up, and that went down right after I get the whole thing set up, right when I was sick. You know how sick I was. And like that happened back when I still had that van, and before my surgery. And I, and in Massachusetts, I had let me see, I knew you when I lived in Lowell. I had to pay for my DMV. I have to pay for your tickets before you can get your driver's license. I paid for a whole bunch of stuff. Then I get my driver's license. Then 5 years later, they made me pay for all the stuff from the 10 years up before because somebody erased it out. I've had to redo my taxes 4 times. 5 of my taxes disappeared sequentially. Had to redo them. They said I didn't file them, even though I had a professional CPA who did it. Okay. All I ever do is get frustrated with not being able to get done. And I put in the work and somebody takes me out.
Exactly.
I had a patent. I get issued a patent. The patent gets pulled. Then I have a case at the federal court. I still don't get the patent. It goes on and on. On and on and on. And every time I try to do something to make money, basically, it's a no. And I don't know why. Why would anybody be so mean and nasty?
Right.
And then, I get more and more OCD when it's not sanitary. I don't like, if you don't touch stuff, then you don't have to clean it. It's hard to constantly, shower when you live in a car or whatever. So you put bags on, you don't touch anything, then you don't have to wash. And actually that turned out to be a great thing. That's why I look so young, because I was actually really low bacteria and really, really healthy. And so somebody did and I am not okay now anymore. And now people, they're like, well, you still look good for your age. Yeah, but I don't look like me anymore. So, I guess maybe I should call the police and start making records, because I can't, and you also can testify. And when they come, you can tell them that, you were the one that, talked to me when they stole my vehicle, and I had to call you to send over my ID and my credit card. So like they stole my vehicle in that police department. When I went to ask where my car was the day before that, they gave me a business card and said to pay like $8. So you could, the thing is that you've been involved in, a couple different of these aspects as you've gotten my mail as a witness. And so I want to put you on the record. I think it's safest just to put you on the record. So I want to just call the police and have them come over and put you on the record, like in the next, whatever. So, all right. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay. Bye.
Blessings. Bye. That was my mailbox guy. Fuck you guys.